marquee game, 5 o'clock Pacific on ABC. Pac-12 showdowns. Two ranked teams go at it, Stanford and Oregon. Stanford is 2 on the road, and what a brutal stretch here for Stanford. If they win these next 2 games, I want them in the top 4. They go to Oregon. Then they go to Notre Dame. They have Utah at home. Then they go to Arizona State, who always pulls a big upset every single year as well, and they were ranked last week. They still have to go to Washington later in the season. Their defense is nasty. They've allowed 23 points on the season, held USC to 3 points, and a pretty good San Diego State team to 10 at home. Their first road game of the season. And Oregon, though, tough to get a read on Oregon. Cupcake you so far. They played what? Portland State, San Jose State, and Bowling Green. 3 easy wins, but file this one away. Last 2 years, regular season, 9-1 straight up with Herbert and averaging almost 50 points per game. A great quarterback for Oregon. Love is back. Can Oregon slow down the rushing attack? And Costello's been terrific so far.
Sure. And of course, Herbert did not play in last year's game. That was a 49-7 loss for Oregon. Oregon, yeah, they've had some rough times in the last couple of years. That might have been the lowest point of the modern Duck era, that 49-7 defeat where the offense couldn't do anything without Herbert. Now, Herbert does have 46 career touchdown passes. As you mentioned, the offense averaging pretty close to 50 points a game with him in the lineup. Oregon in revenge. And let me make this very, very clear. Just because you haven't faced anybody tough yet doesn't mean you're not a good team. It just means you haven't faced anybody tough yet. That being said, I think Stanford has the edge in prep because they have faced somebody tough yet. Of course, that's somebody being the aforementioned USC Trojans. And the way the Cardinal defense played in that game was impressive, although it's worth noting they're going to be without key linebacker Casey Toohill, who's been an impact player on that defense so far this season. Coach Shaw was very concerned about his absence against Oregon's speed. Bryce Love sat last week. There was an undisclosed injury for the UC Davis game. We know what it was. They wanted to keep him fresh for this one. He will be in the lineup for the Cardinal, and the early money has come on Stanford. Some places, Oregon opened as the favorite. It's been pretty steady Cardinal money ever since. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.